What is up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. I'm working on a Ford Explorer, and today we're having issues with this guy right here. As you can see, it was used, and looks like the clutch pulley fell right off. There's no clutch pulley on there anymore. It completely came off, so we're gonna go ahead and replace this. So what we're gonna do is we're going to remove the belt. If you haven't removed the belt already, you just get a 3/8 ratchet and you go up in here and you'll see the tensioner. Just attach your 3/8 ratchet and push towards the firewall, which is towards the passenger seat, and you should be able to loosen it and take that belt right off. And then of course, as always, make sure you drain the Freon with a qualified machine. And if you can't, take it to the shop and they should be able to do that for you for a small fee, and then you can take it home and do whatever you need to do. With that said, these are 13mm bolts. You have 1, 2, and 3 above, which I'll show you once I get into it. And then we have a connector, which will disconnect. And then we have our 2 lines up here, which we also have to disconnect. So I'm gonna get a better view of that in a second for you guys. So with that said, let's jump right into it. Okay, so now that I got some lighting, I can show you guys a little bit better. So this is the connector. I was telling you, you're gonna have to disconnect. There's a connector here on the left-hand side. You can see that there. Sits right below the alternator. So you're gonna wanna disconnect these right here. You're gonna need a deep socket, 13. So there's going to be a nut here, and there's also going to be a nut right there. So when you guys see those 2 nuts, you're going to go ahead and remove them. Again, caution, if you do not drain the AC compressor, you will have Freon spraying all over you, in your face. It is not tasty and it is not fun. So please make sure you drain your Freon, and it's not safe for the environment or your pets. So with that said, after you take, those are the 2 first things you want to take out, these 2 lines. So once you have these 2 lines taken out, now you have that bolt there on the right, and there's one above. Let's see if we can get it here. There it is. So you got that one right there on the right hand side of your connector. So you'll use a 13 deep socket for that one as well. And once you disconnect this one and the one over here, I will show you how to remove this one down here. So you're not going to be able to take the compressor out just by removing this bolt. You're going to have to remove this whole stud. So your best bet is to get a 1/4" ratchet, and I believe it's a 5mm or a 5.5mm. And then you're going to loosen this, and when you remove this compressor, you're going to move it straight down. It's going to come right out. But this stud, once you remove the stud, you're not going to be able to take it out because it's going to hit the subframe. So what you're going to do is, once it's loosened and you know it's loosened, go ahead and give it a wiggle, and then you should be able to take out this whole compressor. Be careful if you're on a lift. This compressor is a little heavy, probably 5-10 pounds. So if you're not expecting it, it could hurt your fingers or other bodily parts that you have. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to take out the bolts up here, and I'm going to show you how to remove this. Alright guys, so as you can see, look at how much space, or look at the lesser amount of space that I have. I have no space actually. So with that said, you're just going to use this 1/4" ratchet, or even if you have a 5 wrench, you might be able to get away with that as well. But I like the ratchet. I feel like it's more secure. But I'm just going to break it loose, and then I'm going to use my fingers, and we're just going to go ahead and loosen it by hand. So here we go. It's a 5. This one came out easily because I already installed this one. So once you do that, look at it, barely any room, just shy. So I was able to get that out. So now I know it spins. So now I can take out this top bolt, and I can make sure that this is completely removed. And what I mean by removed is, go ahead and just turn it. Alright, so now we know it's removed. Slide it back, and now let's remove that bolt and this whole AC compressor should come down. Alright, so now we have it out and you can see the damage that has been done. You can see that, and it's pretty sticky. So the bearing is shot. And without that, you have no AC. So we're going to go ahead and replace this one and keep our fingers crossed.